Jinx, and you're tuned into Do Over Don't.
It's been so long, my mind ain't changed, so I'm in that revenge. And it's off with your head. Call me Mrs. Sizzle, Mrs. Sizzle, Mrs. Sizzle, Mrs. Sizzle.
What's up, guys? We're back with the Pink World podcast this week. I'm here with my co-host Lexi.
Hello.
And I'm Maddie. And today we have a special guest, Jinx.
Hi.
Jinx, baby.
Oh, yes, yeah. We're so happy to have you here today.
I'm excited to be here.
I know. It's like so weird transitioning into like the podcast after
we've been
just
talking
we
for
were
a minute.
vibing.
2
Yeah, we were
hours.
vibing.
Vibing out. Just
For
absolutely
real.
vibing
Right?
out.
I know. Definitely the nerves are all away now.
Yes,
You
I
guys
love
are so
that.
cool. I love it.
You
yeah.
too.
It's good
I
energy
know,
here.
literally.
You know, it's all
Yeah.
vibes.
I'm
For
glad.
that.
I'm
I
very
love that.
glad.
Yes.
So let's get straight into it.
Let's
Should
do
my
it.
first question be,
Hit me with it.
when did you start like singing, experimenting, all of that? Like,
So singing, I started doing dance when I was younger, and then I did like a musical theater class. I was a musical
Okay.
theater kid, so I feel like that really kind of drilled musicality into me. You know what I mean? And then I feel like I didn't start making music until later on, more recently.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, I was just trying to get some feelings out, and I showed my brother, and he was like, "That's fire." Because my brother raps too, Flico
Oh,
Rico.
that's dope.
Yeah. And my other brother, I have a bunch of brothers, but my other brother John, he's been like playing instruments and stuff. So I've always just grown up
So it's
around
genetic.
yeah,
Like-
it runs in the family.
Exactly. Like I would just grow up and they would have band practice in the basement. One time I came home and like the front yard, there was like a drum set and they were just like doing their thing and jamming. But yeah, and then not until like a year and a half, I started making music more consistently. But honestly, the past 6 months, I would say, is when I started being like, this is really
Locked in.
Yeah, like this is really what I want to do. Like I love it. You know what I mean?
I love that for you.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yes.
So you kind of said like how your family has been, I guess, I don't know if that's influential to you, but it probably has like definitely played a role. But do you have any other like influences?
Of course, Mac Miller. That's
yeah.
rest
Yeah,
in peace.
for sure.
He's my favorite. I've loved him for as long as I can remember. Jessie Reyes. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Yeah.
I feel like I really have just been drawn to her because she has that little rasp in her voice, and
I
occasionally
love that.
I have.
That's like my
Right?
favorite like sound, especially
just
for women
beautiful.
like
Yeah.
in music. I
It's
feel
like it's unique, you know.
Yeah.
She's doing her little thing, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just listen to a bunch of artists, so I feel like as much as I take inspiration from actual songs,
Yeah.
sometimes it's situations. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like if someone's talking to me, like, oh, you know, about what they're going through, sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, and like write a song about it, or whether it's something that I'm going through. So I feel like it really just depends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've definitely made songs and been like, okay, let me try to be on like a similar vibe. But like we were
Yeah.
talking about earlier, I don't want to just try to
like
be
somebody
Yeah,
else.
Emulate,
exactly. Like
kind of.
inspiration, obviously, you're going to have inspiration from other artists, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
But
And how you were like Juice World, like if you want to act like Juice World, but like who was Juice World before Juice World?
and at
Like
the same
Juice
That's
World is
facts.
Juice World because he's the way he is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And one thing too, I feel like a lot of people tend to forget that, especially like artists who are like bigger, well known, at the end of the day, as much as we see them as an artist and their brand, they're people.
Yeah.
They are
Literally.
people. You feel
That's
me?
something that I've been like
I was
realizing. Like
literally just
like,
gonna say
literally,
that.
like,
The
it's
realization
mad-
I've come to about that recently
Yeah.
is crazy.
Even me,
Drake, like I'm
dude.
like
Drake,
like Drake
how
is
do you
crazy.
be in the studio? Bro?
Yeah,
Like,
right?
How,
Like,
how do you go in there?
he's a
How
real
do you-
person.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Saying purr at 36 years old is crazy.
Y'all see the fucking
He's
little
a-
videos that people are making of 21.
Can you do something for me?
Bro, did you see 21 reacting to that
Yeah,
shit?
he was
That
like,
shit's
what the
so
fuck?
funny.
Yeah.
Like, he was like,
Swear on
nah.
here?
Yes.
Okay, because I swear like a truck driver.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No,
But-
me too.
All right, word.
Deadass.
Kind of on the same note. So you're saying, like, you don't, like, you basically take influence for everything, but, like, is there certain, like, albums or songs that maybe have gotten you, like, through things and, like, made you be like,
Like the
yeah.
first one that comes to mind.
Yeah,
What-
exactly.
First thing that pops into my mind off top is The Divine Feminine by Mac
Okay.
Miller.
I had a
That
feeling you were gonna
album
say
is
that.
just
It's so
Yeah,
good.
It's
so
amazing.
good.
Yeah,
And
I
it's like
love
a
it.
different type of album. Like I feel like there's nothing that's really like in the same.
Yeah, that track with Kendrick. Ooh.
Bro, what is that called? I
Yeah,
fucking
what is
love
that?
that song.
It's like oh no, I don't even know.
I
honestly.
feel you.
I know
it
the
doesn't
word.
matter,
you.
but like that song. I
No,
know
yeah,
exactly
I know what
you're
song you're
about.
talking
I
about.
think it's like something like sexy nasty. I don't know. I know the words, but I don't know the.
God is something.
God is fair.
Sexy nasty.
Yeah, something like that.
yes.
Something. Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
So like obviously you don't want like Mac Miller's flow.
Yeah,
Do you just
no.
appreciate like his lyricism?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? He's a lyricist,
Yes.
and that's one thing. Not
100%.
even just Mac, just a bunch of artists. I feel like the way I listen to music now is way different than how I used to listen to music. Because a lot of the times, and I ask people this, and I'm like, so what do you like? What do you listen to when you listen to the lyrics? And I'm shocked because a lot of people are like the beat. That's like a big
beat,
thing for
yeah.
me. But I feel like I really tune into like what they're saying. Like for an album, when someone drops an album, I like to listen to it all the way through.
Same.
You know, and then occasionally
No
like, I'll,
shuffle.
Yeah,
yeah,
no
and,
shuffle.
and just like see what you have to say, because at the end of the day, it's a story. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
100%.
And I feel like sometimes you gotta read between the lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
But
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So when did you start taking? Well, I know you said I was gonna ask when did you start taking it seriously, but like you said, like six months ago.
more
is when
recently
you,
for
like,
sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Low key, I'm
Gotcha.
feeling like I remember like seeing you somewhere like singing like before when I was younger. Like I swear to God, like I just had that like pop into my head.
I mean, occasionally, like, you would catch me doing, like, a little, like, Sam Smith cover.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Back in the day when it was popping, like, 100 likes and I'll sing.
yeah.
Like,
Oh my God,
on some
stop,
dumb
that's
shit
crazy.
like that. But, yeah. I don't know.
So you've never like actually like live performed?
I have. So
Okay.
I did, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I've done a couple shows, not a lot to be honest. If I'm gonna keep it a buck,
One is more than enough.
yeah, like it's
More than
it's a lot of anxiety. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about earlier,
only
it's very
imagine.
vulnerable, and especially because the stuff that I have out now is just so like I love it, and it helped me heal, and it's helped a couple other people, and they told me about that, and that's awesome. But it's a lot to be vulnerable. You know what I mean? I was crying in the booth recording some of these songs,
That's
so
real
it's
as
like
fuck, though, like-
to be it's hard to be
when
like
you
okay.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah.
That's so true though. Like if you're, I never really like thought about that. Like
She was
Yeah.
she was there. Y'all can't see her, but Kate was there.
Shout
and
out.
It's shout out Kate Doherty. Love
Kate.
her. Rider since day one.
but yeah, like when you're, because it's like something that's so personal to you, but like obviously you can't disconnect from like the experience of like performing it just to perform it.
Yeah,
like you're like still
100%.
feeling what you wrote. That's
One
crazy.
thing I will say though is so the shows, I did 2 shows, and it was more like I did a song with them, and then there was I've only done 1 show where it was just my whole set, and it was kind of recently within this year, and it was awesome. Honestly, I was super anxious, and it was like the anticipation anxiety, which I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody gets, you know.
Oh, yeah,
I know
100%.
anxiety and excitement, they feel the same, but
That's a good
it
point.
That is a good point. That was crazy.
Shout out, Mom.
Bars.
No, but yeah, it definitely went well. You know what I mean? It's like a natural high, like that adrenaline. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's heartwarming too, because it's like I don't feel like I'm really anything right now, and just having a couple people like singing back to me, it just oh my God, thinking about it literally makes me want to cry. It's just
That's so
because
cute.
it's like I don't know.
That's
It's
when you
just
know
it's
you feel it.
heartwarming
Yeah.
for real. It's genuine.
That's very important too. Like people, I've said this before. I feel like on different podcasts too, like with other people. But like people are often, I feel like, in it for the wrong reasons, and like that. But you can tell that like they're not doing it because they want to be genuine. They're not doing it for an outlet. They're not doing it because they actually feel it. They're just doing it because they want to be somebody. And I feel like that is a completely different thing when you have like a genuine person, like really into their craft and like into doing what they want to feel, but also like they want other people to feel it too, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And like I feel like that's kind of how we were talking about earlier, like how I was saying, the business stuff. Sometimes I'm kind of like a little
technical.
Yeah, a little reluctant because as much as it's important, you know what I mean? And
for sure.
It's something that you got to be educated on, especially if that's what you really want to do. But sometimes I feel like it can kind of take the like, I don't know, it makes it like less authentic. Sometimes it feels that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like, I don't know, my music is really like my life in a story. You know what I mean? So it's like feelings that I'm not always comfortable coming to terms with myself, but putting it in a song. You know, I'll listen back and be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So do you
feel
feel
listen
like
to this
that's
girl. Like,
literally.
Do you feel like that's kind of what you do it for? Like, you're more concerned kind of like how you're feeling and like how it will make others feel kind of more than like the fame?
Yeah, like is your music driven by your feelings?
Yes.
100%. I feel like if I'm having, no matter what the situation is, if I'm going through it, yeah, y'all so cute. Oh my God, the bestie vibes. I love it. No, it's so wholesome. But what was the question? Hold on, sorry. I got pop brain and I'm not even stoned.
Bro, the fist bump gets people every time. Like I did that last time, and Ali was like, "Wait, I want one." I'm like, "He's over the table."
It's so distracting.
Shout out Ali, bro.
Shout out Ali, bro.
But do you feel like your music is driven by your feelings?
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like what the songs, every song I have out is based on something that I actually went through. You know what I mean? And actual experiences. But sometimes that's what makes it scary because I'm like, well, what? And at the end of the day,
when vulnerability comes in.
it doesn't matter if people don't like it and like whatever. But there's still that anxiety part in my brain, that little voice that's like, what are they gonna think or this or that? Because at the end of the day, because it is my story and it is real. If they don't like it, I associate it with them not liking me, you know, which is really like, fuck that.
No,
and I know I need to just be like, whatever. But
That's probably the hardest
can,
part, honestly.
Yeah, it is tough. Even with the shit that I just dropped, I was really like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
so let's talk about that.
Literally,
Miss Scissorhands. Yeah, are we talking about that?
Mrs.
Okay.
Scissorhands.
Mrs.
Yes.
Scissorhands.
Yeah.
So let's talk about like the inspiration behind that.
Bitter.
Bitter.
Okay,
that's a good word.
I feel like for so long I went through a little heartbreak, whatever, it happens. But for a while I feel like I was sad about it. I was going through the grieving process, but then came the anger because that's part of it, right?
Yes, it is.
And for so long I kind of felt guilty about feeling certain anger, but I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I was like, let me tap into my like bad bitch feeling. And like, yeah, you know, I smoked a little spliffy spliff. And then I found this beat on YouTube, exposing myself. Yes. That's where I get my beats, guys. Don't judge me. If you make beats, send them my way. Like, we can work.
Literally.
But yeah, and I found it, and then it was like a lot of the process that I just did. I hooked up one of my other phones to my speaker and just voice memoed and then straight shot. And that's kind of how I got like the outline, I guess, for the song. And then I kind of went back and fixed what needed to be fixed and kind of.
That's dope.
Yeah. But definitely bitter X vibes.
Yeah.
Song.
And like you can kind of tell. So I was going to ask about like the video because you shot a video for that too. And you kind of get that vibe. But like how was that filming the video? Like what exactly was kind of like your vision behind the video?
Okay, so I don't know. It was kind of giving like when you snap. You know what I mean? And it's like everybody has that little, I hate this word because it's like what it's associated with, but crazy, I guess you could call it for simpler terms.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of just like, let me tap into like the dark thoughts that I feel. You know what I mean? So that's what it came from. Obviously, I'm not going to be going around chopping people's heads off. Like, come here.
Yeah.
But like,
metaphorically.
Yeah, exactly. I just, it was fun though. It was awesome. I recorded it with a guy who did my other video, Lullaby. But Lullaby was very much last minute on the beach, like we're vibing. This was a little more thought out. But yeah, it was a cool experience. It was like literally just me and him and one of my mom's friend, Rachel. She let me use her house for a couple scenes, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And grateful as fuck. And then it was very just like intimate, and it was just us, and like we were just like fucking around and just working what we got. Like I'm not gonna lie.
And who's us?
Me and Dustin.
Okay,
so
Dustin shot the video.
Yeah, videographer. Dustin's a videographer. He also takes pictures. He's amazing. He's a great guy. And I met him through Shane. Shane's my producer from Loud House Audio. He's based in Myrtle Beach now. So I flew out there, recorded a couple, like 8 tracks or whatever, and then I shot that video. And we just vibed out. I got some, how to work with what I got. So literally I got shit from like the dollar store, Target. You got to be innovative with it.
Yeah,
you know what I
literally.
mean?
Sure.
So I really used the resources around me, and I'm really proud of how it came out. It was awesome.
No, yeah,
it was fun. It was fun to like see something come to life. You know what I mean? That's always the best part.
And in terms of like your video shoots, which one is your favorite number one?
Definitely Mrs. Scissorhands. Okay. Definitely Mrs. Scissorhands so far. It's still not quite the vision that I see. I'm still like super proud of it. It's awesome, but I'm still growing. I'm still trying to find my sound.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier. Like I'm constantly changing. You know what I mean? So
evolve.
Yeah, we love it.
Just
Growth.
the human experience.
Exactly.
Like, you just gotta change.
It will definitely always be changing, but that's one thing I'm trying to get more into.
Yeah, embrace
is
it.
the videos, because also it's fun, and I feel like you can it helps you tell the story more.
The visual aspect is so important.
That's one thing I realize. I feel like I get more interaction when I put my face on something.
Yeah.
And blessing and a curse. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yes,
blessing and a curse.
Definitely. Yeah, 100%. But kind of leading into that, so you're talking about it's not exactly the vision you wanted, but like genre-wise, what exactly would you consider yourself in a genre, or do you want to go towards a genre, or you're kind of like doing whatever you want, like type shit?
I feel like a lot of this stuff, if I have to put myself in like a genre box, I would say right now a lot of the stuff I have out is poppy, but like a lot of the stuff that y'all don't see is like, I mean, I do. It sounds so corny to say because I'm not a rapper. Let me just say that I'm not a rapper, dude.
Not a rapper.
But like, I don't know. Like,
you dibble and you dabble.
Yeah, I love it. Doesn't matter. Like, if I'm feeling a beat, then if I like, seriously. And like, I also like to like genre bend. You know what I mean? So if it's like,
I think that's the best type of music. Honestly, I don't like. Obviously, a lot of people kind of want to be a certain genre like that,
and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
My personal favorite is when people kind of do different shit, like the song,
and like experiment.
Experimental's dope.
I love the fact that like you can sound like, if you have the ability to sound like whatever the fuck you want to at that time, then you should do it.
Yes,
I feel like it gives you more. Or for me personally, I feel like it gives me more like creative freedom. You know what I mean? Like for a little bit when I was like first started being consistent with it, like when I first dropped the EP, Now What, I love it. I love it with all my heart. It was an awesome project, but that's not necessarily the sound I was going for, you know, or the sound I want to be putting out there. But then again, it's like I don't have a set sound that I really want. So
that's exactly how I was feeling.
Yeah, like it's kind of it's a hard question to answer because sometimes I want to make some Olivia Rodrigo, very melodic, like shit, and then sometimes I want to hop on an Earl Sweatshirt type beat. Yeah, and that's okay.
Earl Sweat, yo, Shorty said Earl. Yo, we're locked in.
Hot take. Earl, I fuck with him better than more than Tyler. And listen, Tyler is so creative. I'm not trying to belittle Tyler at all, because at the end of the day, he's in his bag. My opinion doesn't matter. He's good for life. But
you should talk to Trevor after this.
I just feel
like he loves Earl Sweatshirt.
Did you listen to his new project?
Yes.
Oh
that
my
shit
God.
is fire.
He low key kind of like calls out Tyler. If you listen to like old friends or whatever,
it's interesting because we're both Tyler
like fans to the death.
No, I fuck with him too.
No, yeah, but it's interesting because I definitely think Earl is more lyrical than Tyler, like in every aspect, and they're just kind of
Tyler's more like very like musical. Like he can fucking go crazy on some musical shit.
But Earl can too. He chooses to do it like more his style, because if you hear his older shit, like Odd Future shit and like shit he's done with like Vince and like stuff like that, it's like he can go hard too. I fucking love Vince.
That's crazy. I know, literally. That's when you know.
Because 745.
That is
Ooh,
my favorite.
Sabo.
That is literally my favorite Vince song. 7:45.
7:45.
Yeah,
7:45, pick me up around
7:45.
7:45. Hey. Bro, that's crazy because when you were talking about like how like the storytelling aspect, like I literally just like thought of like old Tyler days because like obviously he had like those different personas and stuff, and like that shit was like what intrigued me the most. I was like,
Yes,
this
exactly.
all this shit is like fake, but like the way you can tell a story, like that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
As
it'd be
long
a
as you can-
complete
Yeah, I can-
fabrication,
yeah,
but
literally.
like you're so fucking invested in it that it's like,
Exactly.
is this real?
Yeah,
And it's
multiple
just, yeah, but it's just
personalities.
that's the thing too. Even if it's not necessarily like how I just said like, oh, like my music is like my experience. Even if it's like how you're saying they create a story, it's like something you follow. It's like when you get like a good a good
Yes.
show, you just want to binge. It's like you have an artist and then
Yup.
it kind of you're like, damn, wait, I relate to that. So even if it's
Yes.
not necessarily about them, if they base it off of a character or whatever, it's just I don't know. It's like
It's still intriguing. It's probably even
Exactly.
more
Even
intriguing
more,
because
exactly.
it's like a completely made up thing, and like the
Right?
fact that you were able to do that. Cool.
Because why were you so invested in like fictional TV shows, fictional books, fictional movies?
Exactly.
Because it's
people like
interesting.
to, yeah.
And that's
also,
what-
Get
people
out
like
of
to
your
check
mind
out.
space.
100%. That's me.
Yep.
I just binged like Young Sheldon like 6 seasons in like a week and a half.
Wait, I've never watched that, but I've wanted to because I watched.
It's
Big
so
Bang
good.
Theory.
I'll give you the
Yeah.
HBO Max login if you need it, dude. It's
Don't
so
you worry, I got HBO Max too. I got
good.
every fucking platform.
Me
because-
too. Yeah, Paramount,
dead, bro.
Disney,
Paramount,
all
yeah.
of it. Let me know. I'll hook you up.
You watch Atlanta?
No.
Oh my god.
Bro, you
Is
need
it
you
good?
would
Need
love
to.
Atlanta.
What's it
You
about?
would definitely.
Give me a little context.
Every episode's different.
Yeah, it's very episodic. Like there's also like a plot line through it, but it's like that's like the second aspect. I feel like the point of the episode is the more important part, and then you can kind of like piece stuff together like that's from other episodes.
As it goes,
yeah,
yeah.
it's so good. You know, like Donald Glover, Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
it's his
He-
show.
it's his
so
show.
Oh,
he's like one
yo,
of the main characters.
he's
in it.
awesome. Have
He's
you seen
like one of-
I love
Community?
him.
Yeah, I've
He's-
seen
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that, and then I
Love
remember
it.
he did a like this comedy special that was on Netflix like mad long ago because he was like one of my first favorite like artists, definitely.
OG.
And then I was like, oh my god, he's an actor and a comedian too. Like this is so cool.
And a fucking rapper, singer.
rapper,
like,
singer, everything.
It's just art. You know
Literally.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like
Literally.
someone who loves to create.
yeah.
He's
He's one of the best like creatives I think of all time. Like everything he
100%.
does is.
What's your
like,
favorite
fire.
Childish Gambino song?
Shit. I've been
so
listening
hard.
to The Worst Guys.
Worst
like
Guys is
over
good.
and over again.
I'm gonna go
You're gonna say
I'm gonna go-
Telegraph Ave.
Telegraph, yeah.
Yeah.
Telegraph Ave from Because the Internet's my favorite.
Okay.
Then
That
from
album is so
Camp is my favorite song is what is it called? You See Me. And then
What about all-time favorite?
all time favorite?
All-time
First
favorite
thing-
song?
All-time Childish Gambino song.
I was about to say a song. Woo.
Oh, that's
Like-
a whole nother
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
We can get into that
I
too.
mean, I'd say Telegraph Ave or
West
Or-
Savannah.
I love Elias.
no.
Really?
West Savannah's
Oh.
not. That's Isaiah.
Oh, I'm
Isaiah.
thinking all time. Sorry.
Yeah, and then-
sorry.
oh, all time, yeah.
Yeah,
All time,
all time,
yeah.
yeah.
How'd you know? No, but another Childish Gambino that's my favorite is The Palisades, and that's on Kawaii mixtape, I think.
Oh, that shit was so
Yeah,
good.
that one. That whole
Sober was
mixtape
such
is
a good
fire.
song.
Sober, retro, but I think The Palisades and then Telegraph Ave are my two favorite Gambino
We're getting
songs.
off topic, but
I know.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
could talk
guys.
about music
Literally.
forever. But I wanted to ask you, tell me a little bit about your history or experience with Thrills Studio. Is that what it's called? Thrills Studio.
Thrills?
What
Real
studio you
studio.
say?
Thrills.
Loud House Audio?
Is that what it's called?
Loud House?
Bro, 03 told me, she was like, bro, she works with Thrill Studio. Like,
Nah, so
I was like, go on her Instagram,
So-
bro, and tell me like everything that you see about her. Like, I want
Yeah.
to know. Like, I
Do
need
the
like,
research.
Yes,
I
come
need
on.
to
I was like, let's go
PI this
do
shit.
the research.
Yeah.
Deadass.
So the
That's
first
what it's
song,
called, Loud House.
Loud House,
in
yeah.
Mattapan.
No, so he used to be based out of y'all know where Skater's Edge is? So that's in Taunton, Mass. He used to be on the other side of that because they have like a bunch of studios, like bands will go there, dance classes, whatever. But then he ended up moving to Myrtle Beach, and
Oh, that's what.
yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
like now it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like he does a really good job, and I'm like low key a psycho and just really. He listens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He understands.
And you just have like ideas.
Yeah, 100%. So he does a really good job to bring them to life. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's awesome. Shane,
So-
shout out. Thank
Shout
you.
out Shane.
Yeah.
Shane.
But the first song I ever recorded was called Heartbreak Hotel. That was with my brother. You good, Shawty?
Bro, that shit was strong. I was like, yo, what the fuck? She's been marinating.
I know. I'm surprised I haven't slurred any words yet. Y'all missed it, but I was.
You're like,
Gemini. Like what, bro? Like what? Like rewind, back it up. But yeah, so the first song I ever recorded was Heartbreak Hotel, and that was with my brother, and I recorded that in and it was like an in-home studio. I'm sure he's upgraded since now, but it was with a guy named Quan. He's from a group named DNA. And then, yeah, so that was the first time that was my first experience.
When was that?
2017, 2018. Okay. Yeah, and then I didn't make music for like a long time. And then, Heartbreak, and then EP.
Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah.
And then just life gets in the way, and then
For real.
and then the opportunity comes, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
If the opportunity comes, everybody do not fucking waste a minute of your time. Like, whatever the fuck else you're doing, if opportunity knocks, answer.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, worst comes to worst, like it's not for you. Or, you try again. But fucking don't just shut something down just because of the fear of the outcome or not having it how you want to be, because at the end of the day, it can be a learning experience.
Yes, that's what I say.
I know, bro, I say that, but, like, I need to listen to that. Like, you know what I mean? I struggle with that myself. Yeah.
I feel like people really often have that internal voice, but it's really hard unless you have somebody else like that.
Like, reassuring.
Reinforcing that, because, like, obviously you can know that and have that in your head, but you're also going to have the same insecurities and self-doubt and, like, everybody has those. Like,
100%.
They could be different for everybody, but, like, everyone has those. And, like, you really need, like people really, honestly, I feel like people will be knocking, like, outside support. And, like, they'll be like, all I need is me. All I need is myself.
It takes a village. When you hit me up and you were like, hey, like, I would really love to have you on. Yeah. I was just like, that, I don't know. Like, that's just so awesome to me, you know what I mean? Because it really, we need unity. I feel like a lot of people are in underlying competition with each other, and it's like, what's
especially
the point?
Around here.
We're all different. Everybody got an own sound, and even if you're in the same genre, like what I have and like what you have, we're bringing different things to the table. So stop being in competition. Let's come together and make a masterpiece.
Like literally.
Like, yeah.
I'm so excited for the future, bro.
I know. You have no idea. I'm happy that I just made 2 new friends.
I know. It's so nice. That's the best part about doing this, honestly, is like meeting new people and like new minds that are kind of like,
especially in the
same. Surprisingly, everybody be on the same shit. Like, everybody be like, no, like, like, I want the community. I want to be with other, like-minded people. I want to be around creatives, like, and I love that.
Yeah. It's energy, man. Law of attraction. Like, you get what you put out.
Yeah.
You know? So like, that's probably why you guys are attracting the good vibes, because you are the good vibes, you know?
Because, like, in the outside world, like, I feel like it can be hard to relate to people, or they kind of are not on the same type of time, and they're just, like, very, like, structured in a sense, and like I feel like everybody who's at the studio or doing anything creative,
I come to DOD and I'm like
okay, cool, like we're good.
Yeah, like you can like just like breathe,
because the structure is very important, but structure in the sense of how it is normalized and like the working class world is like it's difficult.
Everybody's too normal.
It's a lot.
Too fucking normal.
It's
like they don't
stressful.
have like their own mind and like their own things that they like or they want to do. They're kind of just conformed.
I feel like it also comes from fear. You know what I mean? People are comfortable in what they know. And I feel like sometimes like branching out and stuff like that is like fear of unknown. You know what I mean?
It's definitely not easy to do that.
Yeah. And like sometimes you gotta like kind of give up the perception that you have to really indulge yourself into like, you know, different mindset, especially that, you know what I mean? And it can shatter people's reality to an extent. Especially if they're so used to like, no, but life is supposed to be school and work, then I have to have kids, and then I have to get a house. Like, everybody's like life and plan is different, and like that's okay. If that's what you want to do, that's totally okay too. Like, go off.
Literally,
because you could completely think you have a whole plan for your life and what you're gonna do, and then one thing could come and like disrupt that, and then you're like, holy fuck, is my life gonna take this whole new way?
And not even in a bad way.
No, not even in a bad way. Like, but
shit just happens.
It's just scary. Like you keep saying, like fear of the unknown. Like that's, I feel like most people's like biggest thing, and you can either kind of like overcome that or kind of just like do your normal shit that you've been doing, and
or like succumb to normality.
That was literally the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Bro, I've been
big
killing it
focus.
lately. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Love it.
Dead ass, bro.
You got that.
All right.
But yeah,
Questions. We keep going like on tangents, but that's good.
I know
That's
good.
very good.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, we're going off track. But like,
And
we're still on
honestly,
the
I'm
same
glad though,
track.
because it's
Yeah.
making it flow. Like I'm glad that I'm like, this is my answer.
Yeah,
MCAS
Complete
type
bot.
shit, bro.
complete bot.
Okay, what else?
So
what
the last
else?
one we asked. So is it not called Thrill Studio?
No. It's
Loud House Audio.
La-
No, what were you about to say? What were you about to say, Shorty?
I said laughing house.
That was perfect. Bro.
Tag.
This is my ears too. I'm like, hey yo.
New tag? Question mark?
And all this shit. I'm like, damn.
Loud House Studio.
Loud House
Audio.
Audio.
Loud House Audio.
Loud House Audio.
Loud House Audio.
Shane
Shout out.
Violet.
Shane Violet.
Shane
Yeah,
Violet.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
Isn't that a cool name?
That's a
That's a
dope-ass
cool
name.
name.
That's
That's
his
a
real
cool
name?
name. I think so.
Damn.
That's his Facebook name. So
Not his stripper
But
name?
damn, if it's his
His
face
stripper?
name, that's when you know.
yeah.
Yo, J Feld, I see you. Stop.
Yo, you giggling over here. What's up? You good? Got the giggle.
The peanut gallery.
Yeah.
For real.
Got it lined up.
I know.
Okay,
This
I think I'm
DOD
gonna-
reposado
I'm
kinda
taking a
hitting.
shot of this DOD reposado.
Yeah,
only.
you heard.
Yeah.
DOD only. I'm gonna make sure we just see the DOD logo for this reposado.
This motherfucker.
The D stands for
Laughing
demon
into the
time.
microwave.
I'm laughing to the bang. Ha
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 ha.
ha. Ha ha.
Y'all goofy.
I'm just in a
like
silly,
6 shots
goofy mood.
Just in a silly,
I don't
goofy
know.
mood. It's good to laugh.
My cheeks hurt.
That's good.
Okay.
I know.
This is a very silly, goofy podcast. Not in a bad
I
way.
like it though. It's on brand for me. I'm a very discombobulated goofball,
I
so
love that. That's
it.
what we need. We need a
Right?
refreshing energy. Because usually,
I don't like to take myself too seriously.
Same.
No
you
one
know,
should.
because it's like I want people to see from jump, like this is me. This is me. Hot Mess Express, but I get it done. I get it done. You
Get it
know,
done.
so like, yeah.
That brings me
You're
into-
still. Are you okay?
Fucking Fridge shaking is crazy. The
you-
Reese's Puffs are about to fall on your head, bro.
yo, Lil Yachty's about to fall on you, bro.
breathe.
Yeah, Kay's having a good time too. She's having a good time.
Everybody's laughing. What's going on right now? It's okay. This is therapy.
Yes,
Laughing
it is.
therapy.
I don't even need to talk to my therapist this week, right?
I'm actually like crying, bro.
I can't. No, my
Okay,
cheeks now.
okay.
I'm like, let me.
I know my face is mad redneck.
Reddening.
I thought you said my face is red. Mad redneck. I was
Mad
like, what? Redneck.
My face is mad red.
No,
Red.
but what I wanted to ask you, since you were talking about like this is real, this is me, you know,
Exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Okay, so
Sorry, we had to finish it. So good.
we had to, but so who do you want to be in the music?
Camp Rock. Sorry. I don't know. Intrusive thought. I had to let it out. Camp Rock. Like, yo.
I'm like slipping. I can't.
when they come in, like, okay, sorry, question.
So who do you want to be in the music industry? This has nothing related to genre. It's just you as a person. Like, what do you want to genre? You don't fit the genre. You're not a Rasta. Who do you want to be?
Who do I want to be?
Like who? Obviously yourself, but like
Yeah, it took the words right out of my mouth.
there you go.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I always want to stay true to my roots. You know what I mean? And I know, obviously, you know, I'm not at that point yet. But, but yo. Wait, hold on. Rewind.
Who do you want to be like? How do you want people to see you?
Perceive
like,
you.
Perceive you.
Perception.
It's I don't know. It kind of is like I don't really. Oh, and I don't want this to sound like any like type of way, but I feel like as far as how people perceive me, like come to your own conclusion. You know what I mean? This is me. I'm putting myself out there, and yeah, like if you fuck with it, cool. If you don't, that's okay. Like I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. I know my personality or music's not, and that's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to try to stay as genuine as I can. That's really important to me.
That's good shit.
You know what I mean?
That was a good answer.
Very good answer.
I was not looking for you to be like, yeah.
I was like,
I want to be caring.
Like the shout out my feminist, but like, you know, I'm not looking for like, I'm a feminist. Like I want to embody da 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 da. Like I want to be this person.
Like you just want to be you.
You just wanna be
yeah, for real. Like I
that's
don't know. Like I feel like a lot of times too. I know a lot of people are big mental health advocates out here, which is awesome. But I feel like there's the other half of people that it's like it's okay to feel these things. It's okay to be sad and be angry, and that doesn't mean that's what you are. You're just experiencing those feelings at a time. You know what I mean? And
emotions come and go.
yeah, and like I was saying this earlier. I don't remember who I was saying it to, but like at the end of the day, the pain, the sadness, the hurt, excitement, it all feels the same for everybody. It's just different circumstances and situations.
100%.
You know? So
Love that.
Yeah, and that's very true. And I feel like a lot of people they want to either mask what they're feeling, or they want to be like, nah, like I'm just gonna be lit, or I'm gonna be this certain way, or I'm gonna be completely like sad shit all the time. But like every single human feels a range of emotions, whether you
can't
want
be
to
one
show it or
emotion
not.
all the time.
Exactly. And so I think in music and anything creative, it's very important that if you're feeling that way, show it. And I think that will get you the audience you want, and like,
the best outcome for your music.
yeah,
possibly.
exactly.
But also too, it draws people to you who most of the time are similar, you know what I mean, or who can relate to that stuff no matter who the artist is, you know. And it's
For
like
sure.
it helps me, it helps people feel less alone, like
Yes.
low-key. Like so Selena Gomez, she just dropped a little documentary.
Oh,
I want to
love-
watch that so
I wanna
fucking
watch that
bad.
too.
Watch
I
it
saw
on
few
a day
clips.
where like you're like, okay, I can cry and don't have to go anywhere.
but what
Perfect.
is it on?
Tomorrow.
It's like on some like weird shit.
It was on Apple TV.
Apple
I'm not gonna
TV.
lie. I signed up for a fucking thing. I was like, oh, free week subscription if I sign up. Let me
I
do
that
this.
for
And I just did
everything,
just
and
to
then I
watch
start
it.
Yeah.
seeing charges on my account, and I'm like,
Right, and then I'm like, excuse me, who did that?
like, oh,
I'm like, oh wait, I did.
it was me.
Like,
I was
You
in my
watched it,
sad
though?
girl phase.
yeah, oh my, it was awesome too. One thing I really liked about it is, yeah, she touched upon a couple things that people are curious about, but
Like that
it was mostly
Justin
about her.
shit.
It was
Bieber?
mostly about her mental health journey, and I really
That's the best thing.
yeah, like I like how she kept it a buck. You know what I mean? Because like we
Yes.
said earlier, these people are humans.
Yes.
Like we're
And they
all,
probably
we're
go
all
through
human.
it like even more crazy. 'cause,
and especially
I
when
feel
your
like
life
even
is on social media.
yes, like
don't
when
have
you're just
privacy.
famous like that, like
I
that's
can
a
imagine.
force
Oh my
on
God.
being a human.
Also, like seeing like I don't like follow the shit that much because like I don't care that much. But I saw, I guess it's been a thing for how long, like Hailey Bieber and like Selena Gomez, like people on the internet pit them against each other because fucking Selena Gomez dated Justin Bieber and now this. But then they like posted a picture on the internet and people were like, oh my God, this
Oh,
is
that's
so-
true. I
this
heard
is-
that through the
No, they-
grapevine, but I didn't care enough
No,
to like look
they
it up.
did see that, and I just saw it. I don't know what I saw it on. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I was like, that's interesting because that just happens so much in real life. Like people put things out on the internet, put things out in the world, and like pit people against each other when they don't even, and it kind of builds up like a type of animosity towards people because they don't really know their intentions. And then most of the time when people link up and they talk about something, you can almost always come to an understanding or an agreement, or like just like you're on the same
See
page.
their perspective, even if you don't agree with
Exactly.
it. Like, you know what I mean?
And
Try
people
to
are
get a feel
so-
for where they're coming
Yeah.
from and why. Everybody does what they do for a reason.
Because people want to pit each other against each other, like in any aspect, like how you're talking earlier about like competition and like the music industry, and like competition, like healthy competition is great in like any aspect, but like when it gets to a certain point, it's like, what are you doing this for? Like it would be better if people like actually like kind of teamed up and were like, okay, we're kind of on the same page, like we kind of want to do the same thing here. Like what's the point of having animosity towards each other?
Yeah,
And,
Or
like,
just
exactly.
not
I feel
even, like,
it
going
stems
out of
from
your
jealousy.
yes.
even when you're not going out of your way to like or if you just like are going out of your way to literally like seclude yourself and like
Yeah.
like tell yourself that you're doing it all by yourself, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
facts.
it's
I feel like it's hard, like isolating yourself too, because like I'll say it again, I'll say it a million times. It really takes a village, you know what I mean? Like, and I get it, because there was a little brief moment in time where I was like, I can't, like, fuck this, like I'm gonna do it on my own. But realistically, I can't. You know what I mean? And I don't want to. It's okay to have a support system, and it's okay. Like
more than okay.
Yeah, like that's just like that's life. You know what I mean? And it's more love. It's more energy. It's more like care. Like art's like people's babies in a way.
Literally.
You know what I mean? The more love.
And I feel like more people
grows.
like people come from that place maybe if they're not like getting that in like certain aspects of their life, so they're like, well, nobody was ever here for me, like so I just have to do this on my own like everything else. But like, and that's completely like an understandable thing, but it's like once you like meet people
mindset.
and are it's completely mindset perspective. And it's like once you finally like get around people, and if you are putting yourself out there like doing what you want to do, you're going to find like-minded people, and then you're going to be like, wow, like I'm really not alone, and like we can collaborate, we can do this, or at least these people are going to be there and support me. Like, and people aren't going to support you for no reason. Like that's another thing. Like people aren't just going to know you and support you just because they know you. Like they have to really like support you as a person.
Be
or
invested.
what you're
You
doing.
need to build connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's very important, I feel like. And people kind of underestimate that aspect of like being in music or anything creative. So
100%.
Do you have any like collabs that you've done?
Yeah, I've done a couple.
Any that are out, or most of them are like
they are out, but
in the vault?
not on my page. On my SoundCloud. Yeah, Heartbreak Hotel with Seafoles, my brother, or Plico Rico. Sorry, Seafoles is dead. He did not want me to say that, but yeah, that's how I know him. So, yeah. We fucking have a track that's been fucking kinda. He hopped on a song that I had.
Wait, what?
Fells? Speak up.
Yeah.
Fells did? Oh shit!
I did not know that.
Yo,
It's kind of just been, sitting there, but yeah. So
That's
what's
crazy.
up.
I want to hear that.
definitely, I'm hoping to collab with more people. I feel like I've definitely been getting better with.
started.
The liquor's hitting.
Trust me, I hear you.
It's in there. It's in the stream. No, but I feel like I'm getting better with my social anxiety, and that definitely helps. You know what I mean? That kind of puts
hard.
a block.
It's fucking hard.
The more you do it, the more you're gonna get used to it. Like the more you do
Exposure
something that you're
therapy.
Right.
The more you do something that you're most fearful of, like the more you're gonna get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's one thing for like I always tell myself like I don't want to fail, but you gotta fail to succeed. You know what I mean?
You
Like
have to.
fucking dust yourself off and try again. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Can't
and how
be
are you gonna
so scared
know?
of failing.
Yeah.
Can't be so scared of failing that you don't do anything.
I know.
Because how would you know? If
don't.
you don't fail and you don't do something wrong. To
And
be
then
like,
you're
okay,
gonna
I need to fix this.
And then look back 30 years later and be like, but what if? But what if I just took that chance?
And what if it's crazy, bro? Because why?
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like a lot of it comes back to, I don't know, just perception of how people are gonna view you. Or
Yeah,
like,
that's a
you
fact.
know?
That's the biggest
That's a
thing,
fact.
honestly.
And that's for me, and as much
for
as
a
I
lot of people,
yeah,
at
as much as I
Yeah.
wish that wasn't the case, it's the truth, you know. And I don't know, I just feel like
I feel like that thing is also like if you feel that way and like that's in your head, it's not really like a change. Like you can change the way you react to it, but you can't change that.
Other
that's
people.
like exactly.
You can't change other people's perception.
and on that twin shit, they're in tune.
Yo, okay. All right. That's enough of that. Yeah. And scene. Yeah, you literally can't.
Oh yeah.
It's every day, bro.
It's every day, bro. Bro, Fells is having a
every day,
field day
bro.
today, bro.
I've never seen you
goofing
laugh this much
around.
on the pod, bro.
Yes. No, but that's literally the scariest part. Like having other people like perceive like what you're
want
trying
to
to
be perceived.
Yeah, like you just don't.
At
Like
the end
I'd
of the
rather
day-
just do this shit by myself, like in a fucking like booth alone.
Yeah,
but, like,
no,
you need like an
seriously.
engineer, like you need all that shit, and it's like, damn, bro, okay, like, all right,
And
I'm gonna just
so
do
many
my
People are gonna
aspects.
think what they're gonna think. You know, that's a conclusion I've come to, especially recently. No matter what you do, there's always gonna be someone. There's always gonna be someone saying some shit. You know what I mean?
I'm listening.
No.
I got you in my ear, so you're good.
It's true. Yeah, you got it. Like
no, like I'm
high
like
def shit.
fully invested.
You get all the sounds.
Yeah.
Y'all need to take a breather. We're good. But, like, y'all are
And-
distracting me.
We just goofing. We just a bunch of goofy
goofy mood.
gals and
Goofy
guys.
goobers.
Yeah.
I'm a goofy goober.
Oh yeah.
I gotta.
Yo, I need to stop doing that. Let it out, bro. Let it out.
Damn, I thought you were gonna sit in the group chat. That's fucked up. Because I was about to laugh.
I wanted to laugh.
I want to laugh.
I want to laugh.
Let-
The fuck?
Gatekeeping jokes.
No, dead ass.
What the fuck? You should make this album.
Like, that was what you're laughing about, Gabe? Come on. Can I see?
Wait.
I can't even see that far.
Fucking for real.
Be fucking
Can someone explain the picture? I can't see that far.
I don't even know.
I literally couldn't even tell you.
It's
2020 vision.
It's a
That
little
shit's
meme
still ain't
shit.
funny.
2020 vision.
Vocals.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, those were some vocals.
Me and
alright.
that. Oh yeah. Let me sample that.
Grabbing my water.
I got you, bro.
Toss
I got you.
it, toss it on the track. Little ad-lib action. I hate ad-libs.
Bro, it's adlib season.
You hate adlibs?
Okay, no. I take it back. Hate's a
I was
strong
about to
word. Let
say,
me say
girl,
that.
you hate
I
ad-libs?
feel like ad-libs really bring something together. It really brings the track
no, it
together. It
does.
brings it to life.
It
does.
I struggle with it though. I feel
Yeah.
like
You yourself?
Sometimes you can't
Yeah.
like fit everything like
love
in or
ad-libs.
like in like a cohesive way.
or
Like,
sometimes it's like I have these ideas, but if you put too much stuff on top of each other, it's like what's
Yes.
going
It's like
on? Yeah, it's
It's
like I'm
chaotic
over-
as fuck.
Exactly.
But I feel like ad-libs are so important. Also, like, it
It's a
depends
necessity.
on the track.
Certain songs.
Honestly, like, some you just want, like, raw vocals. And, like,
Yeah,
you want, like,
it's just
to
very
hear it all.
basic, like beat
But,
lyrics.
yeah,
There you go.
exactly. But I feel like they add so much.
It adds so
100%.
much depth.
It brings it to
Yes.
life.
Yeah, exactly. Even, like, if you hear, like, the process, like, when you're in the studio with someone, they record the song, doing the ad-libs over, it's like, oh, shit. Like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what they do like
See
the
it
the
now.
basis and then they fucking do the ad libs and it's like, oh, this is a song.
Yeah.
And then
Yes,
it
exactly.
changes it. It
Yeah.
really it
Yeah,
can like
for
add
real.
to the atmosphere and stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
my first like the first like project, the first couple songs I had up to like the EP that I dropped, it was very much just beat and lyrics, like bare bone tracks. But then I ended up recording with this guy Jake Lewis, and he was like, why don't we try this, like just fuck around. And that was the first time where I really kind of got like comfortable with it. And then from there, I don't know if y'all have heard of like BandLab. It's like
Is that like garage band?
yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But like I'll just like make little like shitty demos just so I can get like a rough draft, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
But
the Venn
he really
diagram,
helped
you know?
me like kind of like learn and get comfortable with that. Cuz like when I
Like
think
ad-libs?
of ad-libs, I think of like yo,
Yeah.
bitch. Like
Like-
no, like that I don't need that. Like
was kind of fire.
What
No, that was kind of fire.
like what am I like, you know, like that
I know.
Yeah.
And then trying to like sing, it's like you don't really, because you pay attention to the ad libs more in like rap because they're so like in your face.
Like
but like
pussy.
yeah, like pussy. But and then like 21, and then and then you go to like singing,
Savage.
and then it just sounds like the singing just sounds like a wave of stuff. Like it's more
then-
like melodic.
Yeah.
So like you don't really
Makes it
think
vibe.
about like the ad libs being that. But
Because
like
in a song,
when
it's
you
like
Yeah.
that type shit.
yeah yeah
You know, like that wasn't good, but
like nah, that was good though. Like
beautiful. Beautiful.
like you have to do like the
Wow, wow.
you gotta like harmonize and shit. Like ooh
Yeah, harmony's
Layering,
little like
ooh.
oohs,
layering is
ahs,
crazy
some-
because
is
are you gonna do the high? Are you gonna do the low? Are you gonna do the same? Like
You can do
what are
all
gonna
of it?
do?
Like, what are we
Exactly.
doing?
Exactly. How are you gonna pick the right one?
That's what I really like about
I
it
love
though. It's like I
layering.
feel like the more I get into it and the more I learn about music in the process, because I feel like I've barely dipped my toe into
No,
the water
yes.
of that whole like atmosphere, you know?
Yeah.
But it's easier to manipulate your sound more, I guess I'd
Yes.
say. You know what I mean? Kind of
100%.
create like the sound that's in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For
And you
sure.
can still be experimenting like throughout that. So like you could record the bass and then I feel like the ad-libs are the most like experimental part because
Yeah.
like you weren't thinking about that necessarily before and then you're doing it and then you're like, oh shit, like how do I actually want this to sound?
Yeah,
type shit.
exactly. Like
Type
for
shit,
like
bro.
for
Type
me, like
shit.
I'll lay
Type
down
shit.
like the lyrics, like the main lyrics, and then Shane will just like hit go. And like there's certain spots where I'm like I know what I want there, but
Yeah.
sometimes like we'll just do like a one take,
One take,
one
yeah.
or two takes, and then
Yes.
it's just like you know what I mean.
and that's the
just-
difficulty because
you
you're like
add
wait
to it.
like I want to say and then
Yeah,
you
when I'm
stop.
thinking
And
about
you're
it,
like, fuck.
it doesn't come out. But when I'm just
Yes.
like, let me close my eyes and really tune in and just like vibe out. Like I feel like that's that's when it's the best. When there's no
Focusing
pressure.
too much.
Yeah,
I feel
that's a
like,
fact. When there's no pressure,
Yeah,
then you
'cause
think too much and you're like,
focusing,
oh.
bro.
you're like, damn, like what is
But
gonna
you can, I
sound
think
good?
you can hear that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like so you gotta do it for you, whatever it is.
It's
Even if people
almost
don't
on like
it.
the point of being like too serious about something. Like you could do that with the podcast. You could do that with something you're painting. You could do that with a song. If you focus too fucking hard
It makes it
on
stiff.
something, you're like, holy shit! Like if I don't do it this exact way that I'm like thinking about it right now, it's not gonna be good. But that's honestly like not the creative way to do
Yeah,
it.
that's
Like
a-
you just gotta
that's
feel
the
the
devil
vibe.
on your
Exactly what you're
shoulder.
saying.
A
Yeah.
little voice in your head.
You gotta
Yeah,
feel
exactly.
it.
Demons, bro.
Feel it like Mr.
Damn.
Krabs, baby. Oh yeah,
I'm feeling it,
For
Mr.
real.
Krabs. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
So sorry.
I love me some SpongeBob references.
No, literally. That shit's a
Y'all
fact.
ever wake up and feel like SpongeBob when he's underneath that lamp?
Every fucking
oh,
every fucking
And the
day.
tear brings him back to
Yep.
life. So cute.
I be
Shout
feeling
out
like
Tear.
Squidward too.
Shout out
Shout out
SpongeBob.
Tear. She's here right now. Actually,
What?
Tear.
Is she here?
Yes.
What?
You didn't see her?
No.
Oh, she didn't really like.
Breaking
she
news.
She was there,
Damn.
but she didn't really say hi. But she's here.
okay.
Shout out Tear.
That's what's up.
Here, shout out Tear.
Shout out.
Here.
But yeah, I be feeling like Squidward.
I
all
be
the
feeling
time.
like handsome Squidward.
Me at work,
Nah,
I'm like,
for real, bro. Handsome Squidward.
nah, I like regular Squidward better than handsome Squidward. No, you want to know what's up? The off topic is fuck. Know who I did not like from SpongeBob? That motherfucker with the pickles under his tongue,
Oh,
bro.
nah, he's a
He
op.
had keys in
a op.
He
there.
was also tripping like for real.
he's a
Like that
op.
bitch was rolling off Molly. Like
He's a op, bro.
He's
Yo.
something else.
Bro, what did you say?
What are we talking about?
And there no pickles.
Yo, that's crazy. He had so much stuff hiding in there.
he was sus as
Yo, that's Walkie. He
He's
has
a
so
hater.
much stuff hiding in there.
Exhibit A of a hater. Pickle Man, SpongeBob.
Yo, I need a name on that motherfucker.
Yeah, what is
After
his
the
name?
pod.
I don't know, cause there's one dude from SpongeBob. I only know he goes meat. And so I call him Meat.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
like him, like what? Mr.
I
Pickles,
ordered
like,
pickles.
Yeah, Pickle Man.
Sorry.
Wow, we're good.
Fuck,
You
fuck.
don't have to apologize. I think I brought up SpongeBob. I don't know why we're talking about
Patrick
SpongeBob right now,
Starhead
guys.
ass.
Like,
Just a goofy goober. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
I'm a
But
good
all right.
so silly.
It's
That's
been a
a
minute
theme.
since we asked the questions.
Oh, yeah. Hit me. Let's do it. Like, what y'all want to know?
Okay, so
This DOD reposado hit him.
shout out DOD Reposado.
Feel it.
My cup's
Pop,
empty. That's the best.
$70 a bottle, bro.
Okay, so 51 minutes. Okay,
That's crazy. I just seen that.
It's been 51 minutes.
Yeah.
52 now.
52 minutes.
Yeah.
32 minutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Should we like?
And I'm closing it.
Not like actually closed. Like the doors ain't closed yet. But like
The doors are still open.
the doors are.
They're wide open.
Bro, shut the fuck.
I don't know what we're
Anyways.
talking about. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I lost the plot, as Gordon Ramsay would say.
Okay.
I want to ask you. Do you have anything else to ask before like that question that you wrote?
No.
No, right? Okay.
No.
All right. So tell us a little bit about like what's in the works. So what you got coming on the way?
Okay.
On the way?
I feel like a lot of the stuff that is coming up, it's different. It's very experimental. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying new shit out, a new sound. Just trying to find my vibe. You know what I mean? I'm excited though. It's a little bit of everything. There's some dark pop. There's some like little low key bars in
So
there.
is this a project album? Like,
Honestly,
Or is
if
it just a single?
I have
You're just
I
fucking
have
with
like a little vault going right now, and I'm really trying to decide what I want to do, because it's kind of tough, because as I'm just always writing, you know. So sometimes when it comes to the point where I'm dropping it, I'm like, do I even want to drop this? Because that's not how I feel right now. You know, so
That makes sense,
maybe a
honestly.
little project or something. That's definitely
EP?
something I've been thinking. Yeah, like a little EP action, like something light for the masses.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I do have a single coming out. It's called Elegant. I'm really excited about that. I feel like that's the
Everybody
first time.
be on the lookout.
Yeah,
Elegant by
the
Jinx.
25th of November,
Word.
Friday,
Oh,
the
that's
25th.
soon.
I'm trying to
That
be
is
more
soon.
consistent. I fell off for a little bit just because you already know, like, work. Unfortunately,
people
money
like that.
makes the world go round.
Life.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
literally.
You'll be on the
fucking whack.
playlist. We're starting the playlist back up, so I'll make sure like first week. That's it. Number one.
So sweet. I'm excited. I'll be listening to
got
that
you,
playlist.
bro.
Of course.
I love listening to new music.
Yeah,
That's
me
the
too.
best.
New Music Friday.
New Music Friday.
Release right there.
Ooh.
Coming soon.
Real hot girl shit.
Real hot girl shit.
Y'all heard that song by Megan, Anxiety?
Yes.
I honestly, I
That
don't
was
really
actually
listen to
fire.
it.
That was a fire
I
song.
I found it a couple days ago, and I was like,
I saw it
I
on,
feel
like,
you, girl.
I saw it
Like,
on
same.
TikTok, like a
didn't
little
see that
snippet, and
shit.
I was like, why have I
I
not
was just
listened
kind
to
of
this?
like popping. She's like, I'm a bad bitch. I got bad anxiety. I'm like, me too. Me
damn,
too.
relatable.
Damn,
Maybe
she
not the
really
bad bitch, but the
relating to the
anxiety,
masses,
for
bro.
sure.
That's just crazy. So, what would you say to people that are anxious about making music?
Don't think about anybody else's opinion. At the end of the day,
Thank
just
you.
like
Needed that.
allow. No, yeah, honestly,
no, I'm not
like,
even being sarcastic. Like, yes.
allow yourself to be vulnerable. Like, you know what I mean? You got to get comfortable with it. It's just like anything else. It's just like learning how to ride a bike, you know? But one thing I would say is don't try to be like everybody else, because there's not going to be another you. You know what I mean? And what's in here in your mind, that's not going to be the same, even if it's someone who is making the same type of music or in that same genre. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just don't let
100%.
outside factors make you question yourself. You really just go with your intuition. Like, you know, follow your heart on some
All
corny
intuitives
shit.
Here,
No, I
so
love
we
that.
better follow our intuition because
Badass.
that's what we got.
Yeah, right? Just like, I don't know. I'll just say, like, go with what feels right. You know, it's tough to say, like, the do's or don't. No pun intended.
Do or don't.
Do
though, like,
over don't.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
literally.
You get it. You get it. You get the vibes.
What would you say to female artists? Any tips for female artists?
Don't let a man try to take over your
Your
creative
vision.
ideas. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean don't work with a guy or whatever. And I'm not saying that at all, because you know what I mean? At the end of the day, creative chemistry, that's very important. But if you have an idea, don't get overshadowed, especially if it's your own project, you know, just because that's happened to me before, like a couple times, you know, just not wanting to speak up because you're anxious or second guessing yourself. Like, at the end of the day, worst comes to worst, it doesn't work out or it's not how you wanted it to go, and that's okay, and you can try again,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
Period.
yeah.
About that.
Period. Period.
Period.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note, do you think you have any other advice, tips for female artists in general, anything?
Or like literally anything. Like
Literally.
literally anything.
Literally.
Maybe
Like anything about yourself
goes
that you
for
want the
anyone.
people to know, or
I would just
Yeah.
say don't put yourself in a box. Like, you know, like love
Very
yourself.
important.
You know what I mean? Don't try to be like anybody else. Like, be you. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like stop the hate, like love, you know? There's too much hate in the world at the end of the
Way
day.
too much.
that's a fact. And we don't need no hate in this music shit, bro.
For real, bro. Like, what is the point?
We're all
Exactly.
just finding
Community.
our place.
You know, like law of attraction. Said it before. I'll
Yeah.
say it again. Like,
Period.
I feel like once you really find your vibe and your space, no matter when or where and whatever you're doing, whether it's music, whether it's a different profession, you know, like it all falls into place when it's supposed to. So like,
Yeah.
just don't give up. Like, for real, just keep going. And if shit doesn't go to plan, that's okay. Like, shit doesn't happen to you; it happens for you.
Period.
I'm a big believer.
I love
I
that.
love the
I love
spiritual baddies that we be having in here.
Dead ass,
'Cause
bro.
dead ass, that shit plays like a major role, I feel like, in a lot of people's shit.
I feel like it definitely keeps
spiritual.
me
Yes,
it keeps me grounded.
100%.
That's one thing that's helped me in the past like couple years. I feel like that's one thing nobody can ever take away from me. You know what I mean? And it's really allowed me to validate feeling how I'm feeling, but also kind of letting go of them and just giving in to the universe and just it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't.
Period.
You know?
Yep. Exactly.
Damn, we need to go out on that one.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't.
For real.
Like,
And that's that.
and that's
yes,
that on
ma'am.
that.
And that's what I have to say.
We
Mic
love
drop.
that.
Mic drop.
Well, on that note,
All right, well, thank you guys for tuning into this episode
very much.
of Pink
Thank
World
you for having
Podcast.
me.
We didn't even use the little We never use
No,
it.
we didn't.
Doing it after.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
We discombobulated.
Completely disregard.
Is it episode 8 or 9?
I think it's.
Okay, thank you for tuning in to episode 9 of Pink World Podcast.
Thank you guys.
Shout out Jinx. Shout out Lex. Shout out.
Maddie.
Shout out me.
Vienna. Vienna.
Shout out Vienna. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Instagram. Tag your Instagram at
j.inx.I.
period.
That's everywhere. Shout out Jinx.
Shout out Jinx, baby.
Unless you're looking on Apple or something, then it's Jinx, but exclamation points instead of the eyes.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Be on the lookout for Elegant coming November 25th.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you
peace out.
guys. Peace out. Shout out Pink World. Shout out Do Over Don't. Let's go.